Hi, what's up? Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Nadine, and if you are returning, what's up, what's up, what's up? So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it 1,000 with y'all. I had no intention of making a video this week, not originally, but as the week progressed, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make a video this week. And I took a little selfie or whatever, and I was gonna post to the community tab. But someone's like, girl, you better go on and make a video. Okay. You want to stay with the consistency of at least, at the very least, getting one video up per week. Right. But really and truly, I had no idea what I was really going to talk about. And it's not a sense of me not having anything to talk about, but more so the sense of me having too many things to talk about and not really having the time last week or this week to map out the content and do my little bullet points. And then in that same token, I was thinking, well, it's been a while since I've done an update video. I'm about due for an update video. And with how the week was looking, I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to even edit the video. So I don't even know how this is gonna go. I don't even know how this is gonna go. And I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. First of all, this had me cracking up. So as I was editing some previous videos, I was noticing how, like, when I hold the mic, like, well, I don't hold the mic. This is a, how do you pronounce it? Lavier mic, and you're supposed to pin it, right? And I usually be pinning it. And when I was doing my editing, I noticed that I wasn't getting the audio quality that I needed to get. And I'm like, I be seeing people hold this up to their mouth all the time. And I understand it now. I understand why they do it. And I was like, maybe I should go ahead and do that for my next video because when I'm editing and the audio is so low, I be wondering if people be like struggling to even hear the audio come through. So I wanted to test this out and see. So if you are returning, let me know. If you are returning, if you watched a couple of my videos before and you're on this video, let me know what the audio is sounding like when I hold this thing up to my mouth like this. Or is it too close for comfort? Coming through with a little ASMR. I don't know. Is this giving ASMR vibes? Let me know. I'm curious. Drop it in the comments, y'all. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. So yeah, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start right now. But anyways, um, I feel so scattered. Oh Lord, have mercy. This is not gonna get edited. Y'all just gonna see me in this state. But I said all of that to say, do you, boo? You got to do what you got to do for you because you know what? People gonna judge. People gonna judge, and it's funny because that was like on my mind from yesterday. How many people stop themselves? They stop themselves from being who they are. They stop themselves from being true to who they are because of what somebody else got to say. And 9 out of 10 times, the people that have something to say about you being you, they don't even know how to be themselves. They themselves struggle with the idea of being truly themselves. And they end up projecting that on others who are being themselves and try to make those people feel small because they see somebody living out and embodying who they wish they could be. And because they see someone else doing what they feel they cannot do, sometimes they come at those people and they demonize them. So if you're somebody that is going through a situation or a circumstance in your life right now where you feel Like, you shouldn't just be who you are. I want to encourage you today to just be who you are, because you were created to be exactly who you are. And I can really speak from experience on this topic, because let me tell you something. Growing up, I was too dark, I was too loud, I was too, you know what I'm saying? And, looking back over my life, I see how I dumb myself down in a lot of aspects. As a child, you do it unknowingly, unwillingly, because you want to be accepted, you want to feel safe, and you start getting further and further away from yourself. And some people go through life getting further and further away from themselves. And the further and further away from themselves they get, is the harder it is for them to reconnect with the truth of who they are. And then they struggle through life because they're wearing facades, they're wearing masks, they're being people that they thought they needed to be in order to fit in. They're being people that they think will get them acceptance and get them love, but that's not truly who they are. And then sometimes there are individuals who feel like, oh, I'm going to step out and I'm going to be who I truly am, but they don't. And instead, what they end up doing, instead of being who they truly are and going through and learning themselves to the depths and the core of their being, they just switch their mask. So instead of healing and dealing with the hurt and the pain and the suffering of confronting the truth of who they are, they become so disconnected that they just choose a different mask, a mask that makes them feel more loved. So they don't ever really get the experience of being their true selves. Instead, they just hop from mask to mask to mask to mask, hiding. Oh my gosh, I didn't come on here to say all of that. But now that I'm speaking, I'm getting the understanding of why perhaps it has been a little bit of a challenge for me to come on here and do a video last week and this week, because obviously there was something that I was meant to say. And I hope that this message reaches the right person in the right time, because, ooh, it's 12:12 on the clock. I love when the alignments be aligning. The alignments be aligning, okay? Because the truth is, the truth is, even for myself, even for myself, I have just been trying to recalibrate. Honestly, I feel like the last few years of my life has been really truly a recalibration process, and unlearning and rediscovering the truth of who I am at my core, and stepping into who I truly was called to be. Now, for individuals that are still struggling with this, know that even if you felt like you had to minimize yourself or censor yourself or dumb yourself down in the past, all of that was preparation and training for who you are about to step into being. I need you to catch that. Because although it's unfortunate that some of us may have gone through these experiences where we couldn't truly show up and be who we were meant to be at the time that we were being it, and we had to choose a mask or we had to dumb ourselves down, that was all training. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, at the end of the day, we were being prepared for a time such as this, because now is your time. If you are watching this video, if you're in the sound of my voice, which is rare because I really got a lot of followers, or subscribers I should say, on this channel. This is YouTube. Let me get my verbiage together. um so if you are tapping into this, especially since I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video at this time of me recording it, and so far it's going completely left from where I had originally planned to take it. But I just feel like there's something in here for somebody. I feel it to the core and the depths of my soul. So if this is you and if this is resonating with you, definitely please go ahead and comment down below. Let me know if this is you, or even just tap that like button, because I know some people don't like to comment. I be one of those silent watchers, just liking and not commenting. I be doing that a lot as of late. So I get you, I feel you, but tap in and let me know. because I feel like there's about to be a shift in the way my content goes out, which is funny because I was thinking about doing a live stream just now before I hopped on to record this video, but that didn't necessarily go the way that I had expected it to go. But basically, there's some people out here who might resonate with this. And I'm laughing because I keep delaying. I keep delaying. I keep delaying. It's like I'm trying to get to the point, but I can't get to the point because I keep delaying. So you might be somebody that is trying to get to the point, but you keep delaying. There is something, there is someone, there is a thought process, there's a belief system that is standing in the way of you getting to where you need to be because you keep delaying. What you need to ask yourself is, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because the longer that you delay the process, it's not going to put off the fact that what needs to be done needs to be done. I'm going to give you an example. Today, I finally, today has been a day of finally. Ooh. And I feel in my spirit that that finally is going to lead to a suddenly for somebody. When you finally step into doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, when you finally are obedient to what you know you need to do, that finally is going to become your suddenly, because today, finally, I'm recording this video. Finally, I sent some emails that I should have sent. Finally, I started catching up on things that I should have done, because there were so many other things and distractions and obstacles and situations and circumstances that kept coming up in between. And if you're somebody that's asking yourself, you're like, oh, I want to be doing this, or I want my life to look this way, or I expected this to go like this or that to go like that. But then at the same time, when you look at your life, every time you take a step in the direction you want to go, it seems like there's a situation, a circumstance, an obstacle, a challenge in your way that is basically giving you that reason, or that word that we don't really like, excuse to not do what you know you need to do. So for somebody, your finally will become your suddenly. Because when you finally do what you needed to do, something will suddenly happen in your life that will shift your circumstance. Something will suddenly happen in your life that will change the trajectory of your life. Something will suddenly happen in your life that you've been waiting for, that you've been expecting, that you have been wanting, that you have been desiring, that you have been praying about. When you step into your finally, it will release your suddenly. Okay? And I did not come on here to talk about all of that. Lord, Lord, Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my gosh. Well, what I did want to talk on, or speak on, or touch on today, was also the aspect of growth. Like, there's, I don't know, Lord have mercy. Y'all are watching me right now in this moment go through a shift that feels like a struggle right now in this moment, because my mind feels so full. And a part of it is because I should have been done what I was supposed to do when I came on here. The plan and the purpose was for me to do daily videos. And I got caught up. I got in my head. Some of y'all be caught up. Some of y'all be in your head because of what people are saying, because you're watching people and listening to people. God didn't tell you to do it that way. So why are you doing it that way? Hmm? Because of what somebody said in a video, whose purpose may not even be aligned with what your purpose is? Hmm, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh my gosh. That's interesting. So, as you go on your journey and as you are shifting into who you know you were called to be, you do need to address the topic of growth. hmm And I had actually posted something on Threads yesterday talking about growth. And I'm gonna give it to you verbatim because I don't remember exactly word for word what I had posted. But and I'm probably not gonna edit this. I'm probably put this up raw. I don't know. I might throw in the little intro or whatever, because that might not take too long. Throw in my little intro and throw in the little outro. But I'm gonna probably leave this footage pretty raw and untouched. I think for the most part. Make a little thumbnail. That might even be doing too much. I don't even know. But do you see that? I'm still delaying. I'm still delaying. There's a heavy energy of delay. Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm. If you are somebody that's watching this and you are caught up in that energy and that vibration of delay, I hope that you will give yourself grace. And I hope that you will find some time to maybe do some journaling. Like journaling is like a really amazing way to really sort through your thoughts, your feelings, and get more clarity. And just really ask yourself, like, what am I delaying? What am I afraid of? Right? So, anyways, I had posted about growth. And in that post, I talked about allowing, you know, if we could just allow ourselves to have more, to do more, and to be more. And when it comes down to growth is a process. Ooh, and it's 12:21. These numbers be numbering. There's a process in growth because when you are growing as an individual, a lot of people don't talk about the pain and the struggle and the suffering and all the things that happen with growth. And growth is a beautiful thing. But when we are in a situation or circumstance where we know we deserve more or we know that we are called for more, sometimes we stifle our growth because of fear and thoughts and limiting belief processes that really just hold us back. And this goes right back to the whole delay aspect that I was talking about. And that's why it's important to allow yourself to grow. Because when you resist your growth, that is where the growing pains are felt. It's when you are resisting the growth. When you allow the growth, you're able to come to terms with the reality of the things that are shifting and changing around you. You're able to come into an alignment. You're able to release and let go of the things that you know you need to release and let go of, as opposed to when you're resisting, you're trying to hold on, you're trying to grasp. So when you allow yourself to grow, you become a witness to the beauty and the transformation that is taking place. When you allow yourself to grow, it's not that it makes it easy, but it gives you that peace in the midst of the situation, the circumstance, the challenge, the struggle, the obstacle. It gives you peace knowing that where you are right now is preparing you for where you need to go. Just likewise, when I was speaking earlier about going through situations and circumstances growing up that cause you to hide yourself and to wear a mask, when you allow yourself to grow and to come into the truth and the understanding of who you are and have that clarity, It gives you peace when you remember who you are and you stand on who you are. And the viewpoints of others doesn't sway you as much because you've come to a deep, profound knowing and truth about who you are. So allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to grow so that way you can step into who you need to be to do the things that you need to do so that your finally will become your suddenly. And oh my gosh, don't you love the way God works? Because at the end of the day, even though I'm sitting here and I'm like, Lord, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Lord, I've been delaying this video. Lord, I don't know how this is going to look at all. The jumble in my mind that felt like confusion, and I'm sitting here talking about, man, there's so many things I could talk about. But ultimately, all of what I'm talking about is still coming together to one single message, is that you need to stop delaying. The growth needs to happen, and it's going to happen regardless. Growth is going to happen regardless. So are you going to resist it, or are you going to allow it? And are you going to step in to doing what you need to do so you can get to where you need to be in a state of ease, with peace, or with resistance? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. I don't know how long this video is right now, but ooh, that feel complete. That feel complete. I feel complete in this message now. But I want to thank you so much for tapping in to this message, the video that almost never was. And I'm just grateful in this moment. Update video, it's been crazy hectic. There's a couple of things that I did say I would like to come on here and talk about and do. But honestly, our plans sometimes are not in alignment with God's plan. There's something I think my mom said, her grandma used to say it all the time. I have a Jamaican background, and basically a saying, Jamaican saying, I believe it is, says, when man a plan, God a pull down. Yeah? So when God is planning, or when man is planning, God is pulling down. So basically that just means that a lot of times we got our little plans, we got it all figured out, right? We got our little plans going, but God's plans are different than the plans we have in store for ourselves. And I just love the way God works. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I just like have to stand in awe, complete awe and wonder about how intelligent this beautiful universe is that we live in. My gosh. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. If you're someone that taps in to the Bible and you read the Bible, there's a scripture that reminds us, and I don't remember the scripture off the top of my head, like the verse and everything, but it basically says that God's thoughts are not our thoughts, and God's ways are not our ways. So even when we think we got it all figured out, that might not even be the plan, because God can switch that up on you at any time. And I'm laughing because I seen something on Instagram. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. It was a reel, and basically this guy, he was in a class, and basically I guess the caption was like, point of view, you thinking you know what God's going to do when you don't, right? So like you sit down at the table and there's like a paper, there's like a circle drawn in the middle of the paper, there's a pair of scissors. So he sit down and he start cutting out the circle. And then the lady comes on with the instructions. She's like, Yeah, there's a paper there with a circle on it and a pair of scissors. She's like, do not cut it. And by this time, he already started cutting it. There's a tape. So he picks up the tape and she's like, you'll see that there's tape on the table. And he picks up the tape and he tapes it back up. And she's like, do not touch the tape or push that tape over to the side because we'll need that later. And I was like, yo, that had me rolling. I must have watched that like 12 different times because I'm like, yo, that's facts. That's facts. Because the thing that's funny about how God works that I've seen personally in my life, and I don't know if y'all can agree with me or not, but a lot of times God just shows you enough. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of times we stressed out, we're like confused, we're like, oh, this ain't working out, or I thought it was gonna be like this don't look right, da 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 da. But it's like, how you gonna get the next step when you haven't even completed the step you're supposed to be on? Like you just did question number 1 and you're jumping to question number 12. That's what the delay is. The delay is you're not going in the sequence you need to be going in. That's the delay. Oh my gosh. I feel like that was for me. Jeez. Hmm. Well then, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. So, anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here. If this video resonated with you, if this message was not just for me, because that would be kind of crazy. I'm coming on here talking about a message on YouTube that was solely for me. Wow. That's wild. Wow. Anyways, go ahead and like the video so it can get out to more people that need to hear this message. If this message resonated with you, you know, let the YouTube algorithm know that I'm not just sitting up on YouTube talking to myself because I got time because I don't have time for that. But I appreciate you. I thank you for being here and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye for now.